Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Hi, I'm Jack Berry. I'm at the Novi Golf Show, which is crowded today. Everybody's happy about that. And talking to Nick Aune, who I'm sure is extra happy because he's the man who's promoting Black Lake, the wonderful course up at the top of the Lower Peninsula. And also he's an ambassador for the Gaylord Golf Mecca. Nick, you've been busy. Tell us about it.
Oh man, so far the show's just been fantastic. We started last night, had a good crowd, a lot of show interest. You know, I think people haven't had this show in a couple of years now, and they're ready to get out and start playing golf.
Well, it was 2 years ago exactly that you and I were sitting here, and then that was the last show. The curtain dropped after that. The NBA stopped, the NHL stopped, everybody stopped pretty much for 2 years, and it's nice to see people out walking around. And
absolutely, it's nice to see shopping bags and golf clubs and brochures and all that fun stuff.
Now, how about up north? Are you snow covered up there, or do you got grass?
We've got about 4 or 5 inches on the ground still, but honestly, we haven't had the weather that you've had down here with the storms. So we're hoping for an early spring. Looks like the golf course is going to come out great, and looking forward to a great season.
Well, what's happening up there? What have you got going on at Black Lake? Let's go with that.
At Black Lake, we've got a few things. We're doing some renovations, but it's on our infrastructure side, and then we've done some equipment purchases for the golf course, new greens mowers, some golf carts for our work crew. We've been getting ready for the show and trying to figure out what our rates were going to be and kind of figuring all that fun stuff. But everything's looking great.
Well, I did see that you're on that big lake up there, and where they have one time in a year some big fish, and they got one that looked like a whale. What was that?
It's the Sturgeon Festival. It's the first weekend in February. And it's such a short season. I think this year it lasted a half an hour. But they got a sturgeon, and the limit this year was, I think, 6, and they were done quick.
Well, it was a big one.
Yeah. I think it was 58 inches or something. Wow. Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Now, how about around Gaylord at the Mecca? How many courses and resorts do you have involved there?
We're about 22 courses now. It's the 35th year of the Gaylord Golf Mecca. Obviously we've got the headliner resorts, with Treetops and Otsego Resort, Garland Resort's a member, and then we have our single courses, like Black Lake, Gaylord Golf Club, Mishaway Pines, Lakes of the North, the Natural. So it's a great group of people.
Well, it seemed like kind of started with Mishaway Pines back when that was Don Childs who did courses for around here with the Kensington and the Huron Metropolitan or whatever group that they have all the courses.
Yeah, when you go back and look at the history of the Mecca, it started mid-'80s, and it was a guy that was general manager of Hidden Valley back then. His name was Dick Weber, and he was one of the guys that made a big push to get the Mecca off the ground, with guys like Mike Husby from Mishaway, Jerry Albert at that time was at Treetops, and Barry Owens was at Garland, and Ron Otto. So and some of those guys are still around. Barry's at Treetops, so he's still an active member.
Yeah, well, it's they've always what is the program that you have up there?
So we've got, basically what it is we're the second oldest golf marketing co-op in the nation behind Myrtle Beach. So, we have all these courses that join, and we take the dues money, and the Gaylord Convention Visitors Bureau supports that. And then we're able to take those funds and market as an area. And so we can get the word out about how great golf is in the Gaylord area.
How many people do you get from out of Michigan?
as the years have gone by, it's really grown. Now the Gaylord Golf Mecca itself, Paul Beach now, he spends his time on the outlying areas. We've had representation in Cincinnati, Toledo. We spend some money in Dallas. We're trying to push some funds into Florida now too to get the snowbirds. So we're really pushing further out than just the drive market.
Well, I remember Keith Gornick at Hidden Valley, and a reporter asked him, how many courses do you have, or how much area do you have out there? And looking up, because that's up high, and he looked out and he says, everything you can see to the sky. And you look from there and it's green, way, it seems like 1,000 miles out there.
And the interesting thing with that, Jack, when you go back and look at the days when the Mecca started, Treetops was only an 18-hole golf course. It was only the masterpiece. Hidden Valley Otsego Resort was only one golf course, right? So a lot of that boom where those golf courses got built was more like late 80s, early 90s, and then Gaylord Golf Mecca really took off.
Well, when Rick Smith was at Treetops, and I remember I was covering Michigan U of M football at the time, and they had a game in Hawaii, which was like a 12th game of the season. And I got a telephone call. And I'm Rick Smith. I'm a golf pro, and we got a course up north, and we got Robert Trent Jones coming in. Wow.
Yeah, Rick's an excitable guy. Yeah.
About 5 courses now, and I went around 2 of them with him on a tractor, looking at all of it.
Yeah. When we were building back then, the Fazio was being built, and then a few years later, Rick Smith designed his own course. Yeah, he's done too. Plus the par 3, absolutely. Great designer. And a great teacher. If you look through, and you look at the Loon and the Lake and Marsh Ridge, or if you look at Otsego Resort, everybody's done upgrades throughout the years, because that's what you have to do. You got to invest back into the property if you want to capture these golfers, right? Because everybody's looking for the greatest and best, right? And so, the accommodations have changed over the years. The culinary changes have changed over the years, and everybody's trying to keep up with those. And we're lucky that we have great operators in the area that are looking at those trends and staying with the times.
Well, that's why you're busy, right? Well, nice going, Nick. Nick Aune from Black Lake and Gaylord Golf Mecca.